MD Moloku promises to restructure station to meet global standard. Nigerian police announces 10,000 new recruits for deployment in February 2025. On the foreign scene, over 150 people declared dead as typhoon floods Vietnam capital. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome. My name is Chinyere Ikeoreke. The Speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, has said that the state legislature is poised to ensure a healthy and sanitized environment through collaborative effort to stop drug abuse in the state. Speaking in his office when a delegation of the NDLEA Anambra State Command paid him a courtesy visit, Right Honorable Udeze decried the negative effects of drug abuse on the people, adding that the practice has rendered many people useless in the society. The Speaker, who commended the officers of the NDLEA for the crucial work they are doing in reforming the society, revealed that the state legislature has continued to pass resolutions against drug abuse and called for total enforcement of the resolutions by the authorities. Earlier in his speech, the leader of the delegation and commander of narcotics NDLEA Anambra State Command, Mr. Daniel Onyishe, appealed to the lawmakers to join hands with the command in fighting drug abuse, expressing worry on the alarming rise in the number of women involved in negative drug practices. Mr. Onyishe stressed the need to set up community-based committees as well as rehabilitation centers to aid in the fight against drug abuse. Lawmakers present during the visit advocated for the movements of NDLEA from the exclusive list to the concurrent list to enable state governments to exercise some operational inputs in the agency and also enact laws directly on the NDLEA to address the challenges of the agency. Governor Chukwuma Soludo is poised to surpass any other state government in Nigeria in the welfare of teachers and has instituted a process to pay the national minimum wage to Anambra civil servants. The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma-Ode, disclosed this during the 2024 annual retreat for principals organized by the Anambra State government through the Post-Primary School Service Commission in conjunction with the Ministry of Education at Okuno, Awka South Council area. Correspondent Queen Anibogo has reports.
Speaking to the 267 principals gathered for the retreat, Professor Chuma-Ode, while commending the principals for their support to Soludo's solution agenda in education, told them to know that the school premises are sacrosanct and should not be used for unauthorized activities. She told them to promptly inform the ministry of any issue of land encroachment in their schools and also insisted on principals ensuring that their students maintain the dress code of Anambra State schools.
It is not a thing that will be addressed in one day. I hope you know that. But he has a passion for education. And he is unknotting these issues. He has solved the problem of teachers. He has spoken to the children. He is speaking to the infrastructure. All he needs from us is 1, prayers, 2, encouragement, and 3, support. Prayers, encouragement, support. And you are going to support him by making sure that the infrastructures put up in your school remains intact.
The member representing Anocha 2 constituency in the Anambra State Assembly, Honorable Ejike Okechukwu, described teaching as a profession ordained by God and revealed that the governor means well for teachers and other civil servants as there is a legislative process already in progress. In her official address, the executive chairman of Post-Primary School Service Commission, PPSSC, Awka, Professor Nkechi Ikedugu, urged principals to take full advantage of the annual principals retreat and bring the lights back to their various schools. Professor Ikedugu noted that the commission embarks on a week-long retreat to equip principals on what it takes to provide effective and proactive leadership needed in Anambra schools, saying that getting it right with the principals amounts to getting all things right in managing schools. She appreciated Governor Soludo for having given the education sector in the state an unprecedented treat through huge investments in the area. The Commissioner for Education, Professor Chumude, for taking the Education Ministry to an enviable height, as well as many others whose efforts also aided in making the retreat a success.
Principals have come together, and resource persons, professors in different fields, are invited to lecture them. Our governor is a friendly, education-friendly governor. First of all, he approved this retreat. Without his approval, you can see the commissioner going. That was why the commissioner came. I want to thank Mr. Governor for recruiting 8,000 teachers, for giving them laptops.
The executive chairman of Anambra State Universal Basic Education Board, ASUBEB, Dr. Vera Nwadinobi, described the retreat as a time for stock-taking and reassessment, saying that disciplined principals breed disciplined teachers and students, and thanked Governor Soludo for giving PPSSC and ASUBEB the approvals to hold the retreat for principals and head teachers. The resource persons for the retreat include Professor Vivian Wabo, Professor Tabo Ibeneme, Professor Naomi Samuel, and Dr. Ngozi Abasimalo. Officials of PPSSC and ASUBEB were fully in attendance. Queen Anibogo reporting for ABS News.
The Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Christopher Moloku, says that the establishment must be urgently activated to meet up with Governor Chukwuma Soludo's vision of driving government programs and policies to all nooks and crannies of the world. Mr. Moloku noted this during the inspection tour of various departments and units in the establishment shortly after taking over from his predecessor, Sir Chido Obidiegu in Awka. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike filed in the report.
According to Mr. Moloku, ABS is one of the most structured government establishments with talented staff that can compete globally and extended hands of fellowship to all in a bid to place the station among other media establishments in West Africa. He revealed that Governor Soludo's plans for the station are huge, pointing out that the importance of ensuring that Anambra at home and abroad receive timely updates about developments in the state, as well as opportunities for investments and reforms. The new ABS boss pointed out that with the well-motivated staff of the station, he will speed up the harnessing process to enrich the establishment's contents and assure the staff, management, and the public of a brand new ABS.
The ABS has one of the finest structures we have in the whole of the Southeast. There's a lot of potential, and with the kind of support which Mr. Governor has promised, definitely where we are now is the least we'll ever be. There are serious potentials. We have very, very well-motivated staff, and there's much larger room for improvement, and that's the largest room in the world, room for improvement. So definitely there's a lot to do, but the good thing is we have the right persons on the ground to make the dream of the leading media house in the Southeast.
The new ABS MD was accompanied to the inspection tour by members of the management team, among other senior staff of the organization, and was welcomed by the joyful staff of the establishment.
Anambra State Independent Electorals Commission, ANSEC, has published the list of qualified candidates for the September 28th local government election. The chairman of the ANSEC, Magistrate Genevieve Osakwe, speaking after making the publication at the Commission's headquarters in Awka, urged shortlisted candidates to commence campaign and encourage the electorates to participate actively and vote for their choice candidates on 28th September 2024. Magistrate Osakwe revealed that the list of candidates is for public consumption and asks everyone to visit the headquarters of the Commission for any local government area in the 21 local government areas to confirm the names of candidates for individual positions. She urged Indian Anambra to come out and take part in the election process as it will be free, fair, and credible. The chairman of Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission, ANSEC Magistrate Genevieve Osakwe has called on residents to insist that competent individuals are elected as chairmen and councillors of their local councils to turn around the fortune of their local government areas. The ANSEC boss made the call when she led members of the commission on a tour of Ihiala, Ekusigo, Nnewi North and Nnewi South local government areas to ascertain the level of preparedness for the upcoming local government election. Chubuzo Obidike covered the event in our report.
The tour also served as a platform of interaction between the Commission and stakeholders of the council areas to bring them up to speed with preparations ahead of the September 28 polls. Addressing the crowd drawn from the various council areas, Magistrate Osakwe, who spoke through the Commissioner in charge of Information and Publicity, Sir Anthony Nnalue, said the Commission is ready for the election and revealed that sensitive, non-sensitive materials and ad hoc staff for the election will all be ready and stationed in all the council areas a day before the election to avoid lateness or delays. The ANSEC chairman charged the residents and stakeholders to fully participate in the exercise, describing the upcoming election as a grassroots election where the electorate knows the credibilities of the candidates better.
ANSEC is very much prepared. We have set everything in motion. This election is real. This election shall hold, shall be fair, shall be free, and will be the most credible election I've ever had in Anambra State.
Stakeholders that were in attendance during the meeting included traditional rulers, presidents general, religious leaders, leaders of political parties, candidates in the election, and captains of industries.
Still to come on the news tonight, Nigerian police announces 10,000 new recruits for deployment in February 2025. Over 150 people declared dead as typhoon floods Vietnam capital. Here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Stay with us.
Sonia Tomato Mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. The Nigerian Police Force has said the 10,000 newly recruited constables and specialists who are currently undergoing training will be deployed in February 2025. It said the recruits will be deployed in their state of origin in line with the federal government's Community Policing Initiative. Following a recruitment exercise, the Police Service Commission in June released a list of 10,000 successful applicants for employment. However, the police, under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, rejected the list, alleging corruption and demanding a fresh recruitment process, a demand that the PSC rejected, maintaining that the process was free and fair. After weeks of standoff, the police finally accepted the list in July and announced that the 10,000 recruits will be sent to training. Speaking in an interview, the force spokesperson Muyiwa Adejobi said the recruits training was being conducted in 16 police training institutions across the country. He added that the training commenced on August 10, 2024 for the General Duty Cadets, adding that the exercise would last for 6 months. Nofia Progressive Union says no indigene of the community was involved in the ugly incident that occurred last Monday in Aguanocha Azit of Ifite Nofia, in which some men lost their lives while several others sustained gunshot injuries. The President General of the Nofia Progressive Union, Chief Daniel Okoye, disclosed this while speaking to journalists in Oka. Correspondent Emeka Modelemo tells us more.
The town union stated that their investigation so far does not suggest the involvement of any Nofia person in the violent episode, and that anyone who has contrary information should make it available to security and law enforcement agents and the Anambra State government for necessary action. They attributed the ugly incident to the handiwork of land grabbers and speculators who are engaged in rivalry and supremacy battles in the area, and their activities have been earlier documented and brought to the attention of the Anambra State government. The Nofia Town Union Executive commiserated with the families of all those who lost their lives and wished those in the hospital a quick recovery. They also called on law enforcement agencies to swing into action and arrest the perpetrators of the ugly incident and their sponsors to serve as a deterrent to other criminally minded persons in the future.
We call for calm to douse the already tensed situation on our hands. Based on the fact on ground, we are aware of the unwholesome activities of land grabbers and speculators who are engaged in rivalry and supremacy battles in Agua and Nyacha axis, and their activities have been earlier documented and brought to the attention of Anambra State government for necessary action.
On his part, the traditional ruler of Nofia, Igwe Daniel Obele, revealed that the people of Nofia abhor the spilling of human blood and see such acts as an abomination of the highest order.
We condemn in the strongest terms what has happened and pray for peaceful repose of the souls of the departed.
In Oka, Chukwuemeka Modelem, ABS.
Death toll of Typhoon Yagi has risen to 152 in Vietnam, according to government's estimate, as one of the country's largest rivers reaches its highest level in 2 decades, flooding the streets of Hue. State media reported that thousands of people have evacuated from the low-lying areas of the city, and 10 of Hue's 30 administrative districts are on flood alert. The government says floods and landslides across northern Vietnam have been the main causes of death from the typhoon. Yagi, which was initially categorized as a super typhoon, the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane, but later downgraded to a tropical depression, has continued to wreak havoc in Vietnam since making landfall on Saturday. In sport, Victor Osimhen is once again in the spotlight after the striker deleted all traces of his parent club Napoli from his social media page and flaunted pictures and colors of Galatasaray. While awaiting his Galatasaray debut after the international break, Osimhen continued to hug the headlines, the latest of them being the striking transformation of his X handle. 6 days ago, an X user Pink Tony asked Osimhen to change his bio after the striker posted a picture of himself donning his new number 45 jersey with his daughter, taken to the Ram Park Arena, the home turf of the Turkish Giants. Several S users disagree with Pink Tony, said that the Eagle striker couldn't change his bio because he was still under contract with Napoli. The former Lille player has changed his bio while erasing all traces of Napoli from his profile and proudly adorning them with the colors of the Turkish giant. Osimhen updated bio new reads professional football player for Galatasaray and Super Eagles of Nigeria, accompanied by a new display picture of a player whose face has been cropped out in a Galatasaray jersey. His banner image featured the back of him in the number 45 shirt carrying his daughter, symbolizing a fresh chapter in his career. That's the size of our package tonight, but remember that you can follow news and programs on any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again: Anambra State House of Assembly has reiterated resolve to partner NDLEA to curb drug abuse. New ABS MD Mo Oloku has promised to restructure station to meet global standard. Nigerian police has announced 10,000 new recruits for deployments in February 2025. And on the foreign scene, we told you over 150 people have been declared dead as typhoon floods Vietnam capital. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.